From Burbank, California, at Starburns Castle. It's the very first time that Harmontown is in session from the beautiful confines of the weird, warehousey thing that is Starburns Castle. Let's bring up Spencer Crittenden, shall we?
What up? Oh, yeah.
It feels good, doesn't it?
It feels in session.
It feels extra sexy.
Yeah.
Speaking of extra sexy, let's bring up the mayor. I guess 1,000 times now. The mayor of Harmontown is Dan Harmon.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us at a temporary location, or whatever, an experimental location.
Is it not permanent? What's the status?
I don't know. I don't make big moves. I work organically. I want.
Why do they call you Big Moves Harmon?
It's an ironic nickname. It's like in prison they called me Tiny because the average height is 5'5", and I was But
so how was prison?
Prison was great.
What were you in for again?
Yeah.
I watched I started watching the show. What the hell is it called? World's Most Dangerous Prisons, or Inside Them, or something like that. Or it's called Inside Them: World's Most Dangerous Prisons. It's some guy who has like a kind of a he's from wherever what the shrimpy guy what's his name? He's in the phone booth thing where he's got to talk on the phone or he gets shot. Colin Farrell. Is this guy that looks like him.
He's shrimpy?
He's a little short. I don't think he's a large man. I don't think Colin Farrell. They call him
A moose.
Yeah. There's a guy, and he goes and he gets himself locked up in the world's most dangerous prisons throughout the world. There's a prison in Honduras. I guess that's the murder capital of the world. That's probably an easy title to claim, like best pizza or whatever. But there's the prison there. It's like built for like, I don't know, let's say 70 people. I'm pulling numbers out of my ass. There's like 700 people in it. It's like very overcrowded, as most prisons are. We are generating more bad people than good people these days. It's a buyer's market. At a certain point, it's like it's Escape from New York. They the guards pulled out. And they just rolled wooden batons by the box in there and said whoever the people you trust the most are, they're the new guards. And so some of the murderers have sticks, and that's their system, and it works really well. The guards can't go in there.
Right.
They go in there at night to lock up. I guess they have it's sort of like
wouldn't the bad guys get the sticks first? The
bad guys have the sticks,
right?
As one would argue in all of society, it just kind of tends to be that way. Good guys don't want sticks, and so in this prison, some of the rapists and murderers have been deputized to beat the other ones that get out of line.
But they're deputizing each other, they're saying, "Hey, crazy guy, you like sticks." How do they pick it?
I don't know how they picked it. There's a guy at the top that insists he profits nothing from it, who says, while telling you, if you want a bed, it costs $135, and all this stuff. And then the whole place has a kind of, everyone's lifting weights and everything's very scary and everyone's kind of leering at you. But what you didn't see was mass chaos. And it was just this Colin Farrell-looking guy going "Oh, I'm filling buckets of water, ho ho ho," and then he would go and talk to all the mucky mucks within this system, none of whom are guards, and then he'd shoot pool with the guards on the outside of the system that the guards are guarding but can't get in. The guards' job? To make sure that all 700 of these people don't at some point go, "Hey, there's 700 of us. Let's all escape at the same time." That is their single task, is to keep that day from happening. How they do that, I guess it has something to do with the fact that what separates the prison from the rest of Honduras, which is like a chain link fence that you had at your grade school playground, which drugs are just flying back and forth over the top of it. I think the people in there are kind of happy. The prisoners are, I mean, they'd like to be out if they could leave anytime they wanted, but they can't leave anytime they wanted, so they've created a society for themselves that includes weekend-long conjugal visits. The wives and children come to visit them. They showed that weekend happening, and there's no, if you fuck with the wives or children during that weekend, it's like, obviously there's repercussions. There's repercussions if you piss off the fucking murderers that have sticks of Abdui. The law is laid down within that prison, and then the guards like shooting billiards with the host of the show, who's saying like, "How's it? So would it work? Do you guys want to have control back?" Because one time they tried to take control back, and everyone just went, "Ah!" and waved their shirts around like strippers and threw garbage cans at them, and they had to leave. They're like, okay, all right, we'll come look for drugs later. And they were like, yay, we're in prison. We're free.
How do you think you would handle prison if you had to do like real time, like federal time?
I would start by killing myself the day I was sentenced to prison, because guys like me do not. No matter what movies you've seen.
Now, okay, let's get specific. Day one, you're in prison. You go, okay, I want to kill myself. I'm going to be here for 6 years. I want to kill myself. How do you do it?
Because no. I do it in court when the judge says, you're going to pray, and I go, bang, bang, bang on the. I take his gavel and I stick it through my eyeball. Because if he did the pray, I knew the rest of the word would be isn't.
Right.
So I'm just like gouge.
You think you could make it from the desk you sit at to the gavel without a bailiff shutting you?
It depends. I mean, look, it depends. If Batman was in the gallery, in that one movie where Batman couldn't even make it to protect Harvey Dent from getting his face tooed. Remember that movie? Where Batman's in court in his Batman outfit? They explained Harvey Dent's turning into Two-Face. It was one of those older Batman movies. There was a mafia guy, and he revealed he had a jar of poison on the witness stand, and he went, "Heh," and then it cut to Batman in the court going, "No!" And then it cut to Harvey Dent going, "Yikes!" and holding a manila folder across half of his face. Hence, his transformation into Two-Face.
A folder?
Yeah, I guess it's an older movie than you kids have seen. It's before
that was the Dark Knight Rises, right? Or Returns or something? This is the second of these Nolan Batman movies.
No, I don't think it was a Nolan movie. That was I think that was a...
Doesn't he hold up a folder in that new one, too? I think it's a folder.
I think everyone holds up a folder when Bane takes over, because he goes like, I give you back your city. Hold your folders high. And everyone holds up a folder. I think that's what you're thinking.